Aloha, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful morning today, and I've come into the garden bright and early because the sun is going to be beaming again today. And I saw that one of the bamboo canes that I used to protect the kale has been removed. So that means I need to come in and put it back. I've already seen one cabbage white butterfly, so it means that, yeah, they're around. So I still need to protect the kale. The kale has grown beautifully. Everything is getting much larger. I mean, the tomatoes have put on inches, and yeah, I'm just looking around because yeah, I'm seeing everything in light for the first time. I was a bit busy yesterday, so I couldn't come in, and I've been a bit busy since Monday, so I've not been able to come out into the garden for extended periods of time. Come in briefly, but not for extended periods of time, and everything has grown. So as I'm even recording this, my eyes are darting around because I'm just fascinated. I'm so happy, fascinated by everything. Things need moving this morning before it gets so hot. So I'm keeping an eye on the water as well because things need watering before the sun comes in. It's a bit of a go this morning, but I am going to get the garden tour in. I am pulling back all the nets so you can see what's actually gone on. I had to have an impromptu harvest of the currants, so there are barely any currants on there because I kept seeing blackbirds darting underneath the netting and coming in to eat the currants. So I had to have an impromptu harvest. I'll also try a cucumber. Oh, I'll be back. I'm back. I'm soaked. The water was just about to fill over or pour over, and then I stepped on the hose whilst I was trying to turn it off, and voila. But I don't mind because it's cooling me down already, which is great. So yeah, time to show you around. Yeah, remove the netting and show you around. So let's go. Just going to give you an overview of the garden before I go in depth. Here we go. Everything looks much the same except bigger or dried out. Let me take you around in detail, starting from the very front. So here we have our strawberries. As you can tell, they're still growing, lots of berries on them. However, this pot has dried out. It does have 3 plants in there, so moisture is key. It has lots of leaves that have browned, which is fine because I'm going to just remove them and leave them on the soil to decompose. I've just watered it as well, so hopefully it'll perk a little bit before the sun hits it in about an hour's time or even less. And then just up here we've got echinacea and peppers. As you can tell, they're also growing really strong. We have lost some, oh my goodness. Oh, I just stepped on the grass and I thought it was the strawberries. That's a sign I need to move these. So we have lost this echinacea. I thought we would, but it has happened. That's fine. We have 6 that are growing very strong, and we have 1 here that is, we'll see what happens to this one. Is the soil dry? No, they're fine. Then we've got 2 of the black pearls that made it. We have the sweetonias. The tomato sucker that I put in is thinking about it, and the rest of the plants have gone. I don't know what this is because we had peppers in here. This might be echinacea from the way the leaves are growing, but we'll see. Tonight I'm going to repot the peppers, especially the echinacea perhaps, but I'll show you in the next video if that's what I do. So during the week I mainly came round and harvested, which I'll insert clips of, but apart from the harvest I didn't really do too much. I'm just going to turn off the water and just give the basil. I've just realised the basil needs a bit of, no, sorry, not the basil, the sage needs a bit of water. Oregano as well. They've gone to flower now. They've gone to seed. Well, not seed, but they're flowering to go to seed because it has been quite hot. The mint looks fine. So yeah, let me put this down and continue. I've just decided that before I go to the shaded side of the garden, let me actually start with the sunny side before it gets too hot and too sunny, basically. Then I can also cover the kale, which, don't they look fabulous? They look so good. I have just slapped a cabbage white butterfly from the blueberries. I wish I was recording still. You would have seen it. Oh my goodness. It was just dangling or hanging around here. So let me do the kale first and cover them up because I don't want any butterfly eggs on these kale or spinach. So let's go. Right, kale. So look at them. They have grown so big and healthy and strong. I love that. I'm so happy about them. I'm so happy that they're growing well. And this is just a week since I've put them in here. Well, actually since, yeah, a week. So Monday I filmed last, and they've just gotten so much bigger. I'm going to give them perhaps till the end of July, and then we'll start harvesting them. Same with the spinach, but the spinach I'll probably start harvesting sooner because we have got some really big leaves. So I might just start taking the bigger leaves for like omelets and things like that. And the kale, perhaps I can come and harvest the smaller leaves at the bottom. But if I do a kale harvest, I'll definitely show you that. The one at the back is definitely ready to be harvested. As you can tell, it's the biggest amongst all of them. And it just makes me so happy to see that. We do have some more kale here. These three are still here. They've grown a lot as well since last week. And I'm so happy to see that. Greens was one of my desires for this year. And I'm happy to see that they're coming along beautifully. Down here is the, oh look, the currants. Down here we have the purple sprouting broccoli, and they're also growing, but I need to repot them. That's a job for later on today. Let me just water them. I've just seen that they need water, so let me water them just a little bit. I don't want to get it on the leaves, but I probably have. It's okay, they're in the shade, so they should be fine. Just to give them some sustenance. These ones look fine actually. So yeah, that's what I've done to them this morning. The currants, as you can tell, are mainly stripped of their berries. Well, their currants, should I say. There's two there. I came in at the start of the week because we had birds, a blackbird. It literally landed on there, hopped underneath the netting and tried to eat the currants inside the netting. So I said, no way, this is not happening. You are not going to eat all these fruits. So I had to rush to harvest them on a very busy day on my way to work. So that's why a lot of them have been stripped, but I will try the couple that are on here for you on camera, and the rest that are on here I'm going to use maybe to like top yogurts, because the rest are frozen now, so I'll use them mainly for smoothies. But let me try some for you. I want to pull some juicy ones. So this has got ants all over it. Let me have one pink one. Voila. Minus, I said minus, excuse the dirt in my nails. I've been digging around in the soil this morning, as gardeners do. You see a job, you do it, and then your gloves are inside. And I'm going to also try red currants as well. Okay, so the pink currants first. Seedy, but it's got a very refreshing juice inside. It's sweeter because I've left it to ripen for a few weeks, and it's still got that sharp, I wouldn't say bitter, more sour coating on the outside. So you've got juicy sweetness, very refreshing, seeded, and a sharp, little bit sour skin, but the skin is very small, just like that. You can see the juice as I roll it around in my finger there. Let's try the red currant. Seeded. More sour, more sharp compared to the pink currants. Yeah, definitely not getting that sweetness there. So, but I like them. Yeah, I love them both, so I'm happy. I'm going to use them, like I said, for compotes and topping desserts and things like that, smoothies also. However, the ones that are left on the branches, when I make a yogurt bowl, I'll use them. So let me show you the blueberries, move on to the kale and cover them, because no butterfly is getting to those kale. Not on my watch. Let's go. So the blueberries have grown beautifully, as they have been all season. Actually, let me show you the hosta flowers before I go. Look, this is what I was waiting for. How pretty are they? So pretty. As I was saying, I had to jump inside to turn our food. So look how gorgeous are these hosta flowers. Oh my goodness, I think they're so pretty. And I'm thinking of moving the flowers to the front yard just to decorate with them. I will leave a few in the back for the buddleia, especially for the tomatoes when they start flowering en masse. But I want to see these. Or should I leave them here? Because I'll be out here more than out in the front. I'll see. I'll do a rejig tonight and I'll see what I want to do. So moving on to the blueberries, they have put on so much growth, and all this growth is what is going to give us blueberries next year. And I'm going to try and find a way to train them. This variety, I feel like it drapes more than the others. So this is the Denise Blue. It's a sprawler, that's what I've noticed. It just kind of sprawls and bushes and does its thing. But this, the way it's fallen like this, I would prefer it if it was standing straight. So I'll find a way to trellis that. But look at these blueberries ripening. They're not quite ready yet. They're still a bit hard. But they are here. This one looks very, very nearly ready. Let me see. Oh, I've taken it off anyway. I think it's ready, you know. This looks so good. Let me try it. I keep coming to this corner to try the fruits because it's so hot over there. Look, I'm already starting to sweat. But let's try it. This is the Denise Blue Blueberry. First time I'm trying this variety. Let me rinse my mouth from the currants. Give it a go. That is lovely. It's not sweet. I don't think it's fully ripe yet. It's not sweet, but it's very meaty inside, and it's got that classic blueberry taste. So I'm happy with that, but I definitely don't think it's ripe yet because, yeah, it's not. You can still taste some resistance when you bite into it. It should just be juicy, but that could be the characteristics of Denise Blue. I don't know. I've never tried it before, so I'll just give it a few weeks until they're fully purple, fully ripe, and then go in again. Try it. So this is also a Denise Blue, as I've just shown you, and like I said, they've kind of grown. They've sprawled everywhere, which I'm not mad about, but they need structure. So I will probably be using some bamboo canes to prop them up and straighten the branches before they become hardwood, so that everything just grows up. And I'll check about pruning as well, because I don't know if they need pruning. I'll check all of that. This is the Blue Jay. So this one, it started producing flowers, but then it just kind of stopped. That didn't go anywhere. I don't think it was pollinated, so can't see any blueberries here. But look at how healthy the plant looks. It looks so healthy, and I will feed it with the echinacea ericaceous soil later on in the season. For now, I'm just leaving them as they are. They're still new growth, very soft. So yeah, I'll just leave them as they are for now. And moving on to Elizabeth, our heaviest producer. Look at that giant blueberry there. That actually looks ready. Oh, let me give it a few weeks. Let me give it like a couple of days, because that looks really ready, and they're huge. How big is that? That is a huge blueberry. So let me give them time to just ripen off, get big. Look at how juicy these are looking. My goodness, so excited. And she got really big this year. She's like all the way up here, so don't know if I want to prune that or what, but very, very happy with her growth. Back onto the kale now. I'm just going to give them one last shake in case any butterflies made their way. And then I'm going to cover them straight away. Straight away. So that's all now been covered. Didn't take me as long as I thought. I think I found the routine now. So yeah, that's all been covered. And I will need to find somewhere to, or something to put that stick into, because that's what fell over. Then I saw it out of the window this morning, and sorry, I'm out of breath now. Oh, so the stick was like over here, and the whole kale patch was exposed. So that's what made me come out so early this morning, and I need to find a fix for that. Otherwise, there'll be no point growing all that kale, because they'll just be infested. However, that's not going to happen because I will fix it tonight. So moving on, everything's fallen over. Let me bring it back up and show you this other currant patch. Like I said, tonight is the night for me just to rearrange. But this patch, I'm going to cull, actually. As you can tell, everything is dried up. Oh, I might be able to water the raspberries, but they really struggled this year because of me, basically. Last year when I planted these, I didn't plant them deep enough. The soil, as you can tell, is like halfway. So I should have really put more compost on this at the start of the season. I didn't, and here we are. So the soil's like cracked and dry already. I will water these now, because the ones that are, oh, this is growing again. That is so, oh no, it's not. I'm going to water them now because they looked so bad, and I can't leave them like this. I'm going to give them a little bit of a water just for this morning, because we still have some fruits on there. So let's try and save the fruits. All these canes need to be cut down anyway, so I'm not too worried about how they look. This one that's bent and dried, I believe a bird came in there. Oh, it's even come off already. Yeah, a bird tried to eat the raspberries and then just kind of forced its way in and blah 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 blah. Did all of that to the branches, so we lost a cane, which I'm not too mad about. The raspberries we've been getting have been about this size. I'll try this one on camera. Oh, there's a bigger one there. Nice. About this size. And we still have more coming. Hopefully this doesn't dry out too much. It's already dried out, but hopefully it comes back. We do have more raspberries coming, so I will keep them watered. And yeah, the ones that have dried up already, I will just come in and cut them at the base, because at the end of the summer they need to be cut anyway. I'm back in the corner. So I'll try the small one first. I'll have them both. It's not as ripe though. Good. Very rich raspberry flavor. Not as juicy. That's probably because they're quite dry, but delicious. So good. I wish I had a handful. but I don't think I'm going to get handful right this moment, just now. I will most likely get a handful from that tall stalk. Hopefully, we'll see, but I'm not holding out too much hope. But it doesn't matter because there's so many other things to eat. And like I said, I should have given it more compost. I didn't, but it's okay because there's so much more to eat, and we still have some more coming. And next year I will top them up with compost. So I'm happy with that. Let's keep going. So like I said, a lot of these have completely dried up. These ones I'm not worried about because this is how they're supposed to be. I know that doesn't sound or seem right, but that's how they're supposed to be. So these new growths with the lush leaves, these are what the berries are going to grow on next year. This is the loganberry. And then, oh, there's still some here trying to ripen. Check the soil. It's a bit dry. I'll give it some water. So these branches, well, the long ones and this one here that look very healthy, they're the ones that the berries will grow on next year. And then these other branches that are looking really wilted are just spent. They're just spent branches from last year, and that's completely normal. So you just cut out the ones that are basically dead or a year old, and then you will keep the ones that are nice and fresh, train them against the back, and then that's what you'll get your berries on next year. Blackberries are looking beautiful, been pollinated, so let's get lots of blackberries. A good handful, I would say. And they're still looking lush, looking beautiful, sending out more new shoots, so I'm happy about that. So this is a job for later on. Come in, cut everything down, and then voila, all done. So next video tour, next vlog, garden vlog, it won't look this messy. There will be some structure, there'll be some substance. It won't look like this. Yeah, cool. It does look so messy, but it's fine. Honestly, the garden, you have to understand that things die. Things grow, things die. And sometimes they do that in a very short space of time, and it can cause shock and sadness. However, things grow. So don't just get stuck on the things die aspect. Things grow. That is life. It's a series of stops and starts between birth and death, and that's just what it is. So enjoy life whilst you're here. Just like the plants, they grow in a season, they die in a season, and they produce as much fruit as possible. That is what God created us to do. He created us to be fruitful and multiply. The start, there was no death, but now there is death. So we have life, we create and be fruitful. All the talents He's given us, we pour it out into the world, we feed the world, we give people around us sustenance, we love Him, love others, love ourselves, and then our time comes and we go. I'm not going to sing that song because copyright. But yeah, that is the essence of what we're doing here. Basically, that's what I have discovered about life. And it gives me peace because it makes me realize that not everything is my portion. Some things will come, some things will go. However, the things that I've been blessed to hold on to, I'll hold on to them until I have to give them away. That's just it. Not taking anything with me when I go. Didn't bring anything with me when I came. So I'll just take a spirit full of experiences. But this body that we see, not coming with us. We'll have a new, refreshed, healthy, glorious body, and we're going to live forever. So rack up the righteousness in this world, because you're going to live forever. You're never going to die. Your spirit's never going to die. This will go. No, not the clothes, the body, the clothes of your spirit will go, but your spirit, we're immortal. Realize this. We're here forever. Okay, let's carry on with the garden tour. Let's go. Let's go. Look at how beautiful our patch is coming along. So gorgeous. Everything has either grown, like I said, or died back, but there's so much more growth happening. And I'm just thrilled. I'm so thrilled. So I've already shown you the baby peppers, the seedlings that I grew. And look at how much they've grown, right? That means they need a bigger pot, because these ones were the tiny little babies that hubby got me a few weeks ago. I put them in a bigger pot and look at how much more they've grown compared to these babies. So once I put these in their bigger pots, I know they're just going to shoot off and just produce lots. So I need to do that because this is the season, this is the time is now, basically. However, I've only got this compost and that one over there. And what I'm going to do as well is to repurpose a lot of the beets and kohlrabi. Let me show you that quickly, actually. That didn't grow. So most of these didn't grow. There are one or two in there, but I'm just going to scrap them and then stick with some of them that did. Got some in those pots there. I did say I'll transplant them into here, but I'm just going to scrap them and use the pots for, like, the soil in the pots for the peppers, because I can see some of them coming through. However, I might just put them all in one pot actually and see what I can do, but I need the soil. I don't want to go buy another bag of compost because we have soil here that we're not using. So I'm going to use it for something, which would be the peppers. So yeah, that is the plan for those. And of course, there will be some soil coming with them from here. So they will still have some soil. It's just, I want them to have a bit more. Oh, that's a bit dry. Let me water that quickly. So my watering can is all the way over there. So I'm going to try and get this little bit of water here. Just a little bit of something. A little bit of something. To keep them going in this heat. The peppers, they're not fine. We'll give them a little bit of something too. Just a drizzle. To keep them going. Because it's going to be another beautifully hot day. And I want them to have life and survive until tonight at least, where I can give them a proper water. So as you can tell, they have grown. It's grown so much. I'm going to get peppers from this year, and definitely going to get peppers from those as well. Tonight is the night when to become... Copyright, oh my goodness. Right, let's move on. So these are bigger pepper plants. Look at those beauties. So these are the ones I overwintered. Are you ready for this? Oh wait, hold on. I can see some kind of like leaf. Are you ready for this? So we've got some peppers. Got a third one coming here. We've got lots actually. Some at the back there, some here. Oh, sorry, my hand is in the way. Back there, some here. Got a third one there. So this plant is very happy. We've got another one coming here. So overwintering your plants in the UK is a great idea, because look at this plant. Big, bushy, beautiful. Next year is going in a bigger pot once again. And the plant is just going to be... it's just going to keep growing. Big, huge, full of peppers. I will be gifting them though. I will be gifting them. So yeah, they will be gifted away and they will keep producing. I'll teach my friend how to look after them, and then for years to come, she'll just have this huge, bountiful pepper harvest all the time. And that's it. That's it. Overwintering peppers in the UK works because they are perennial. And look at them. This is the proof that it works. Just 1 year and they're huge. And already they are full. Full. This is a cayenne pepper. You can tell lots of Peppers come in. All these flowers are peppers. The brown flowers are peppers that have already been pollinated. So we're gonna get lots of cayennes. Look, they've already started coming up here. And imagine if these plants were now kept indoors and then brought out next winter or like next summer, they would be the size of this. I wouldn't need to start from the ground again. This is what you get. Then you'll have this growing throughout the whole season, giving you abundance, abundance, abundance. And then you just pull it inside and then it grows again for the next year. Amazing. I love it. I love this. This I will deem as my biggest success, the biggest successful, what am I trying to say? I'm so excited. The most successful experiment from last year, the pepper, overwintering peppers. We had like 7, only 2 survived, but the 2 that survived are lush, beautiful. So yeah, that's definitely happening again this year. Lemon pepper, definitely, and maybe one of each of these varieties. Then at least there's 5 varieties of pepper that are just abundant and grown and full and lush, just like that. So happy with that. Okay, moving on to the tomato. So ananas, looking great. I've already got 1 tomato coming there. I fed all these plants as well on Monday with some tomato food. So tomatoes, peppers, everything have been fed. And we've got lots more come in. What I realized is they don't have as many suckers as other plants. Saying that, I feel like this might have been a sucker. I don't know. This plant grows so weirdly because that's what happened at the start. And you can see the sucker is there. Like that. Hold on. The sucker is there, but this just kind of split into itself, like into 2. You can see a sucker is there. This could have been the leader, and then this could have been a sucker, but I don't think so. But either way, it's fine because it's not taking so much nutrients from the plants, because it's also going to start producing for me, and I'll just keep an eye. So all these smaller ones I can remove because these are what I deem true suckers. I don't know about those other ones in the middle, so we'll see. These have been removed. The basil underneath is growing beautifully. I don't know if this is, yeah, it's starting to flower. Oh my goodness. This is the opal. Well, it's supposed to be an opal, but it doesn't look opal. This is a true opal basil. So hopefully they are fine. Even if this flowers, I'm going to just pull it out and use it for curry, because we have so much more basil coming with these other tomatoes and aubergines. So let's move on to here, to this patch of the garden. It's only been 2 weeks, I would say now, since they've been in, and already the growth is incredible. Look at that. It's at least 20 centimeters high. Last week it was, no, Monday it was here, and now look at it, inches overnight. Well, not overnight, but inches. I can see some suckers trying to be produced, so let me pull that off because we're not having any of that, especially not on tomatoes this young. I just noticed them actually. I'm gonna pull all the suckers because I believe everything I planted was indeterminate, which means they're gonna get, oh, I need to check actually, because the way they're starting to produce, these look like flowers already. So I need to check. Let me not pull all the suckers just yet, because these might be bush varieties. Let me not pull. If they're bush varieties, basically I've just stunted their growth by pulling the suckers, but it's okay. I think they're indeterminate because they're all cherries. We'll see. And there were big cherries as well. Like from the picture on the seed package, they looked really big. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so looking Over here, as like I told you, the basil here is just shot off. Look at how much growth. We're going to have so much basil this year. However, one thing that we've not been so lucky with are some of the poached eggplants in the heat. A lot of them crippled up. There is some life in the middle just there, but the ones that are not bushy and established, because of all this heat, they just kind of died back. But it's fine. They'll do what they will do, and we have lots more around the garden anyway. We have lots of flowers, and I personally believe what is meant to go will go, what is meant to stay will stay. So they were meant to go. That's just it. Really. They were meant to go, and they've gone, so it's fine. There's lots more like this one, big and bushy, looking beautiful. In between the aubergine, which is shot up, got the basil. This one hasn't grown as much because I believe it's shaded by the sun, but it's okay. If it doesn't grow, it's fine. There's lots of basil elsewhere. The calendula is looking great as well. This aubergine, big, luscious, beautiful. This is the biggest aubergine that we have, and it's doing so well. And this is a poached eggplant. Don't know if I should be deadheading them. I feel like I should be, but I'll see. Come and deadhead them. That might be like a nightly activity once they're all in full bloom, but I don't mind. And the calendula as well. I heard if I deadhead the calendula, they will grow for me. So this, because they're quite long, I might harvest them and use them as a bouquet, which I think will be quite nice.
You want me to put this for you?
No, thank you. And look at this. They've definitely died back, but even if they do die, it's okay. There's still basil in there. Calendula's here, basil. We've got a big poached eggplant there, so everything has worked out. So like I said, it's the same story all the way down. I did pull off some of the calendula, and yeah, Google was right. More are coming. So I think the best course of action would be to deadhead them, but with this I might wait until the aubergine gets bigger until I start deadheading, because I don't want the calendula to overtake the aubergines, because we need all the strength in the soil for the aubergines. Moving on to the cucumbers. Ew, I've just seen like double. Oh, I hope I didn't move a spider there. I hope it didn't get on my body. Ew, don't know where it is, but there's another one just hidden in there. But yes, 2 varieties of cucumbers. Not a lot of pollination. I feel like that's because there's only one of each variety. Spider there. But there is powdery mildew. I've realized that that plant, that tree at the back, does produce powdery mildew, and it's kind of spreading it. There is another one over there, that back corner, spreading it. So I need to either move all the courgettes and squash, which is my plan anyway, to move them to the front, and then have this place free basically, and then chop the plant at the back, and then I'll come back in and remove all these infected leaves that the cucumber doesn't need anymore, because it's already started growing up and producing more luscious leaves up on this side. But it's kind of grown that way. I'll need to redirect it this way, because otherwise the other two coming up on the side may not have enough space to grow, but I'll figure that out later on. But we do have cucumbers. This is the Conatiner de Paris. There's another one at the back there, and then we've got 2 more of the apple. I'm going to harvest this one because this looks quite big. I'll try it on the camera. Oh, there's another one there. So cucumbers, a lot of them have these tiny little spikes on them. I think it's the plant's way of trying to protect itself, but let me just remove some spikes. And these are organic. We try and garden as organically as we can, so these are all organic. I will actually try this now. We do have another one in the fridge, but I'll use that for our salad. and it's produced so many. So I'm definitely going to buy seeds for this, because they might have cross-pollinated with this cornichon, and we do have cornichon seeds, but I might buy more because they look really good, and they're crunch as well. I imagine them to be so good. Don't want to harvest these just yet though. I did harvest some in the fridge, but they've been there for a few days, so they have lost that initial crunch. So I'll wait till these get ready and then I'll harvest them and try them on camera. Let's try this one, apple cucumber. This corner is it. And also the breeze out here is amazing. Oh look, blackbird. I don't know if you can see it over there. Don't know if you saw that, but it's in that corner over there. Yeah, let me try this. The breeze in this garden is amazing, and I'm so looking forward to actually finishing off and then coming back out here and sorry, I lost my train of thought just looking at the cucumber. Yeah, finishing off the garden, so I'll come back out here later and relaxing. But let's try this. I don't know if you can still do it from here. It's so nice. It's meatier. It's not as juicy, as you can tell, as normal like green cucumbers from the supermarket, but the flavor is insane. It feels like eating it's a fruit. I was going to say it feels like eating a fruit that tastes like a cucumber, but that's exactly what a cucumber is. It's a fruit. But it's so good. It's so special. It's so refreshing and crunchy. And because it's meaty, it doesn't taste like a cucumber. You can see. Better. It's so good. This is the kind of snack you can have throughout the whole of summer, and you feel like you're being filled up, not with water but with some substance. It's so nice. Let me go back in. Hubby's awake, so let's go get some breakfast ready. Then I'll come back out here later and finish off the garden tour. See you soon. The breeze back here is amazing. Oh my goodness. Trees are needed in cities, honestly. Trees are needed in cities because it's so shaded, it's so cool. The breeze just on my back, on my legs, on my body feels so incredible. So incredible. Makes a big difference, honestly. Landscaping in cities need parks. Parks are necessary. Let me show you the back garden now and everything that's happened, and yeah, what's going on. Like I said, first time in a few days I've been out here so properly, so I'm now just looking at everything, and yeah, things have changed. Let's go. So it looks the same from the outside. Looking in, it looks the same, like nothing much has changed, but as we get closer I will show you all the differences. And hooray, hallelujah, the crabapple tree is standing. It's standing, guys. It's still standing, which makes me so happy. The grapes need to be pruned heavily. Said this last week, I'm saying it again this week. I haven't found recipes for the leaves, but I might just cut them up and use them to make kimchi, because let me just try a little bit raw, because that will determine the taste of the kimchi. Let me just try this. Ooh. Do you see my face? Let's see. Okay. It's firm enough for kimchi. It's got a very citrusy like zing, which I did not expect because I've always just boiled them down. or steamed them a bit for Damalde, well, in Damalde. So I didn't expect that zing. I think it'll be fine for kimchi if I wash it down. Maybe the younger leaves, the softer ones, taste a bit different. Let me try. It's a softer leaf, younger one. Same zing, a little bit softer. I think it might be a stir fry game this. Or inside soups and stews. That's what I'll use it for, soups and stews, because I don't think I'll enjoy it as kimchi. Yeah, stir fry, soups and stews. But I need to come and harvest them because they have overgrown significantly. There is a lot of overgrowth, a lot of density, all up in the back. The actual grapes that were there, some have been pollinated, others haven't. It might just be because it's the first year. It might just be because it's overgrown. I don't know. But I need to come and harvest and prune them just so that the grapes that are there can have all the nutrients from the plants and not all this leafage. Also, Jenny growing well, looking beautiful, healthy leaves, no signs of kiwis yet. I'm hopeful, but it might be a next year game. But she's looking really, really good. The mock orange, huge. All the flowers have gone from this year, but not mad at that. They gave me a beautiful display when they were blooming. So let me go in, try and move any spiders that you having second thoughts, and show you. So you see, we've got some grapes just there, but not every single flower was pollinated. So we're going to have a sparse harvest, but better sparse than nothing. You can tell, do you have some grapes there? That looks like a spider has gone in there and like laid a web, but it's okay. The grapes will take over, and I'm going to come and prune a lot of this because this is not just from one plant, it's from 5 different plants. So it's not as dense as it actually looks. It's just lots of leafage that needs to be pruned basically, and give the plants more airflow as well. I will come in and water them because they are looking a bit dry underneath. Let me actually just pick my... Oh no, they're fine actually. They're fine for now. There's a bit of moisture even though the top looks dry. So I'll leave it for now, and then later on I will water them. I did water these the other day, and because they're out here in the cooler part of the garden, they don't get as dry easily. As you can tell, the fig is looking luscious, huge, very big. I think I have a spot for this in my friend's garden. I know where I can give or put this in her garden, so if she wants it, I know where that can go. Moving on to the other trees, we've got this one. Oh, I need to come back. I had to run back in because I am still cooking breakfast, well, brunch, and I'm making noodles. Didn't want them to boil over, but I'm back in now. I'll show you the fruiting trees and then go to the front garden. I'm just looking at that cherry. So our one cherry is still standing strong, just there. Very happy with her, or him. Very happy with it. Hopefully it ripens so we can get to enjoy that. Moving on to the pear, as you can tell, they are growing so well. I did water these and feed them with seaweed just a few days ago. So the dome de camise. We are getting 5 pears from this tree this year. How exciting. We had 1 last year, so 5 is amazing. The tree is still healthy, as you can tell. It's this branch, though it looks like it's been pulled down, it is actually able to sustain these 3. So I don't know if I want to secure it with bamboo. I might, just so we can get the harvest and strengthen the branches as well. But so much new growth. The plant is looking lovely, and I know it's going to just get bigger and bigger, especially once we change the pots. Give them bigger pots, should I say. So over here the crab apples are growing. I do need to keep feeding this tree because it should be in a pot like 3 times the size. Ideally should be in the ground, but they are still doing really well, growing beautifully. And I might donate this one. I'll see, because it's quite big for my friend's garden, so it might need to be a donation. However, I'm so happy and thrilled with them. They're doing so well. And the apple tree is still growing. Look at this, fresh shoots. It's getting bigger and lush and full. This is the happiest I've seen this apple tree in years, because it's finally in a pot that it can actually grow from. So next year it'll definitely produce and feed me or feed my friend. Happy, so happy with that. Let's take some shots and I'll go inside. Before I go to the front, I'll just show you the gooseberries that are coming back to life. They are coming back to life, which I'm happy about. So the plants will keep on growing and establishing itself for next year. Coming out to the front garden now. As you can tell, most things are much the same as they were last week. I have come and watered these plants. This rhododendron really didn't make it this year, but it is well. This other one, this is what it should be looking like. But that one just didn't make it, which is completely fine. It happens. The smoke bush is also finished flowering, and all these are now coming off. The frills have gone, just left with this gorgeous looking plants that I can come and remove all of these, but I usually don't. It will just break off, and yeah, they'll grow again next year. The mock oranges have, like I said, stopped flowering. These do need to be pruned, so this year I will do that before I give them away. And the mahonia at the back is looking great. It's a winter plant, so that one is still doing its thing. Ew, I just literally walked into like a spider web just here. Ew. This is the front garden. This is what we're doing. This is where we're at. Like I said, I will bring some plants out here just to fill up the space. I will move these back as well after I scrub back here thoroughly. But apart from that, it's looking good. Horsetails trying to come out, but I don't mind. They'll do what they need to do. But just see the butterflies trying to, oh, there they are. It was just smelling the kale trying to enter, but because we've put the nets in, it couldn't enter. It's very hot now. The kale is protected. I even need to put it in some water. I'll put the bamboo in here for now. It seems stable. Let me not disturb it. It seems stable. This is just a few hours later. You see the strawberries have perked up nicely, ready to receive the afternoon sun. We're just going out here for a few hours. Well, I say hours, minutes, because the heat is on, just to do a couple of bits of pruning. Hubby's got the strimmer, and I'm just going to go in the corners like these plants here just to cut them down. It's a gorgeous breeze though, even though it's so sunny. There's a beautiful breeze. Beautiful. Hubby's efforts Everything's been streamed back. This area's gone down, and this back area as well. So I can make my way around to the pots. It looks so good. And I've just noticed nettle as well, so I'm going to go check out the nettle. So I came to forage some more nettle, but I think I'm just going to leave them. These ones don't look too bad, but the rest look a bit sparse, so I'm just going to leave them. I still have some nettle tea anyway, and next year I'll just forage more before the season ends, and forage early as well. Thank you so much for joining me this week, guys. I am going back in to cook some brunch for my family and then relax for the rest of the day. The garden is looking so gorgeous, and I will come in this afternoon and do a few things, but most likely I'll be doing more throughout the week, and the garden will be in its absolute final position in the next garden vlog. I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day. Stay blessed. Take care. I wasn't sure which one to say first. Take care or have a blessed day, but have both. Have them both. Bye for now. See you in the next vlog.